What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna do a quick little video here. I got a new to me Jeep, and I got my Jeep. This one right here I got from a buddy, basically almost free. That one I've been building for a couple years, but this one was involved in a accident. A guy ran a red light and hit me, and I've been trying to make it right ever since that day. And it's just got, no matter what I do, it's just got frame damage. The doors, I don't know if you guys can tell, no matter how I adjust them, I can't line them up. Both doors are out of whack right here, so they leak and they drip down onto my seats. And if you're like me and care about your seats, it's kind of annoying. And then come down here, ignore the crappy welds. But basically, with this mounts right here, I had to replace this. This got pushed up into the frame rail. The stock frame rail is crinkled right here, and it goes up like this. And because of that, my passenger seat, I don't know if you could see that. You can kind of see how my passenger seat sits a little sideways. It's because my center console, where my center console's at, the frame rail right there, under the passenger seat, right about here, in between my center console and the passenger seat, about right here, is where that frame rail's at, part of that frame rail, and it got pushed up like this. So now my seat sits sideways, doors don't line up right there. So we are transferring, I say we, by we I mean I am transferring this stuff over to the new Jeep. Kind of see right there how close that is. See how far apart that is? That is how lopsided that Jeep is, or that seat is. I love this Jeep. It's got a lot of money and work and tears and sweat into it. But we're gonna be swapping stuff over to this Jeep. This Jeep right here. I'll show you guys the goodies. It's got an Iron Rock link suspension under it, triangulated 4-link rear, 3-link in the front. It is on stock axles with a little bit of love in them, so it's, you know, it's locked, not geared. The rear is a Dana 44, it's trussed. So my plan is to swap axles, seats, and steering boxes. And the reason why I got this Jeep for so cheap is because this guy was also involved in an accident. But unlike me, he didn't get any frame damage. His steering box grenaded on him, so this only turns so much. And then lower control arm bracket, because somehow the part of the guy's Mustang hit the control arm bracket. I think it went up under his Jeep. The lower control arm bracket got bent. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what it looks like now. So his insurance said, hey, we can't weld on an axle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pay you out. Oh look, even got a brand new starter over there. So they paid him out. And he let it sit for about 1.5 years while he's dealing with them. And he just lost interest in it. And I went over to where this Jeep was being stored, and I was gonna buy this front winch bumper off him. I went over to talk to him about it. We talked about a price, and he said, you know what? Just take the whole Jeep, get it out of here. I said, I don't need a parts Jeep. I was like, but it's messed up. And then he showed me the paperwork and everything on it. And it literally just has a bent axle bracket and a steering box. So it needs paint. He actually cut this out right here. I don't know if I'm gonna replace that with a stock piece out of my Jeep, but he cut this out right here with a plan on building some type of tube fender. He's gonna trim the door back right here, so make the wheel well a lot bigger, and then tie in some kind of tube fender into it, kind of like what I have right here. Ignore my mess. He was going to do this, but to the rear. So if anyone has any ideas or suggestions, please hop in the chat, let me know, or in the comments. And then let me know, what do you guys think? Should I swap over these tail lights? I am not going to be swapping these out. This one is a 5.9, missing a couple bolts because I scraped them off. That one is a 5.2. So I don't feel comfortable having a 5.9 emblem on a 5.2 Jeep Grand Cherokee. But yeah, this one's got some major damage to it. And this one has some minor damage to it. So also another thing I'm going to do is I have a Dana 44 in the front. That is a Dana 44 axle, 488 gears, has a Detroit locker. I need to clean up, brackets are kind of bent a little bit on it. And for the rear, I have a 48.8. It's a stock bracket truss kit that I adapted to accept a triangulated 4-link. But I will be swapping these out and putting the Jeep on 38-inch tires. So sliders, if anyone's interested, I could cut these out and sell them for, give you a deal on them. Same thing with this, I could take these out, give you guys a deal on them. The Mountain Vista Fabrication grab bar, I am not sure what I'm going to do, but if anybody needs some Niner parts, I have a good engine, a pretty good transmission. Transmission was rebuilt about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And as I start ripping stuff off this, I will be parting it out. Hop in the comments, let me know. And thanks for watching. This was a non-edited video, so let me know how I did. All I did was push record, and we're gonna upload this. Thank you guys.